Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Aoi Shiro. In the last episode, we got introduced to our cast of characters, and we found ourselves, entering, fuck, I already forgot the name of the damn island I'm on. But yeah, we found ourselves in the place that we're gonna be holding our camp and training sessions, and well, it looks like the place is only being tended to by a single monk and a guest who went out of her way to greet us. And well, the inside of the place is kind of cozy, but everywhere else in the shrine itself is a little on the run-down side. But I mean, it's the inside that is what counts, right? So yeah, this is where we're apparently going to be doing our camp stuff, our training for Kenpo or whatever it's called. And after we all got settled in, I decided to help Yasumi with cooking meals for everyone. And right now, we're going to see how everyone enjoys the curry that we prepared. So let's just go ahead and get started, because that's really all that happened, honestly. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Apparently, on the trip to the shrine, our main character had some kind of vision of sorts, showing, I guess, some shadowy figures and some flower that is apparently native to this area, or well, not native, but is commonly growing around the place. So, I definitely think that there's something to this place that might be significant to our main character in some way, but we just don't understand what exactly that is just yet. Especially because now that I also remember this here, it seems the monk might also seem to be somewhat familiar with our main character as well. But neither him or our MC are exactly sure about that. So yeah, this is gonna be important later, I'm sure of it. So anyway, in a room with a Japanese retro feel, the enticing smell of spices wafted in the air. The large room had 40 or so tatami mats, and was probably used to have meals after a Buddhist memorial service. In one corner, food was arranged on lined-up tables.
Syouko-san, 配膳終わったみたいですよ。みんな、席に着いた？
After receiving the report from the vice captain, I looked to make sure everyone was here.
先生、整いました。
はい、お疲れ様です。じゃあいただいちゃいましょう。
As if waiting for that phrase, everyone stopped talking and looked at me. In Kendo, that's what it was. In Kendo, it was traditional for the captain to start and end gatherings. I filled my lungs with the spices in the air.
合唱。いただきます。いただきます。
Once the harmonious voices separated again into different conversations. Everyone reached their chopsticks and spoons toward the meal Yasumi prepared. After today's main dish was one everyone liked. Curry rice.
にしてもお寺でカレーとはいくら合宿の定番とはいえなんだか妙な組み合わせですよね。
あら、そんなことないわよ、秋田さん。
Aoi Sensei stopped Momoko from saying something like nikujaga would be more suitable with these ingredients.
カレーってどこの国から来た食べ物？
India.
インド？
ピンポーン。
I got a bingo! After sticking out her pointer finger for the first question, she next stuck out her middle finger.
じゃあ、仏教はどこの国から来た宗教？
China, right?
インド。
No, I think it's China.
ほら、つながった。
Oh, it is? Just goes to show what I know, I guess. She smiled and closed her fingers in a motion like a scissor closing. Well, I know it's an Asian religion, okay? So, yeah.
カレー発祥の由来は諸説いろいろあるけれど、お釈迦様が元祖だって話もあるのよ。
わあ、元祖釈迦カレーってマジですか？
I wonder what a certain curry sensei would have to say about this.
眉唾ですけど、マジなのです。異色同源といえば中華の漢方を想像しがちだけど、カレーだって元を正せば様々なスパイスを調合した立派な薬膳料理ですからね。
Curry's characteristic yellow color is from turmeric and is used in medicines in India.
禅寺では夕げのことを薬石と申しますが、今夜まさにそれですな。
The monk confirmed the connection between the two.
では早速。
Satisfying Momoko's questions, she turned to her food. Her spoon reached out and we also continued with our meal.
これは少し辛めですけど美味しいです。
That's medium hotness for you. Too hot for you, Momoko?
私はこれぐらいがちょうどいいかな。もっと辛くても構わないけど。
I'll take that as a yes. Momoko was uncharacteristically silent as others praised the food. She finally yelled.
ももちゃん？
Momoko screamed in a strange voice while Yasumi looked blank. Wait, I got an idea. Maybe she could literally taste some of my handiwork in this, and it doesn't agree with her taste buds. Is that what you're objecting to, Momoko? Do I actually suck at cooking curry? All eyes focused on Momoko, she stood up. I'm going by that facial expression of yours, I'm going to say probably.
これは確かに皆さんがおっしゃる通り美味しく作られたカレーと言って良いでしょう。
Then what's the problem?
だがしかし、このカレーはよくできたカレーだが肝心なものが抜けている。
Please tell me something different besides love. I beg of you. Onions, carrots, potatoes, a pinch of tomato. After counting off the ingredients on her fingers, she cocked her head at Momoko.
愛情？
Love? Well, at least it wasn't Momoko that guessed it, so I'll give you a free pass, Yasumi. It seemed nothing was missing.
それ私への愛情というか配慮？
God damn it, Momoko!
カレーに入ってるこれ肉かと思ったら豆腐ですよ。揚げ豆腐。大豆は畑のお肉だよ。
Soybeans are the meat of the field.
この秋田桃子、そんな詭弁に惑わされたりはしませんよ。若者の健やかなる心身の発育に必要な栄養素である肉分が食卓に見当たらないとは一体どんな了見なのですかと。
Look, I love meat too, but it can't be. I mean, the tofu can't be that bad, right?
とことん納得いく説明を要求する。
Well, if there's only one explanation, if you don't acknowledge it, what exactly is she supposed to do here?
納得いく説明も何も、ここって禅寺だし、精進料理の方がいいかなって。
Jeez, so that's what it was.
そういえば相沢さん、お味噌汁のお出汁にも鰹節とか煮干しは使ってなかったわね。
ちゃんと本で調べてきましたから。
Yasumi puffed her chest out a bit. So, Buddhist monks are vegetarians then?
本日のメニューにはお魚もお肉も一切使っておりません。
is the declaration of no animal protein in the meal. The founder of Jojo Shinju Buddhism openly allowed marriage and eating meat. Okay, then the other Buddhist sects, such as Zen, believed it was wise to avoid eating meat. Guess that explains that then.
これは干し椎茸ですか？はい、昆布と干し椎茸です。普段は使っていないんでちょっと心配だったんですけど。十分美味しいですよ。よかった。いやよくないですよ。
Momoko refused to quietly accept that because it was a Zen Buddhist temple, it was best to avoid meat. Well, you may not have to accept it, but you can always learn to live with it, Momoko. We're all gonna have to.
これだからハングリー精神に欠ける少女趣味のアマちゃんとか箱入りお嬢様は困るんですよ。
You know, you can get protein, plenty of protein from plant sources, Momoko. Take peanuts.
少女趣味のアマちゃん？箱入りお嬢様？じゃあこれが美味しいのは認めますけどね。
Then stop complaining, Momoko, and just stuff your face with the tofu! She slurped her miso soup and then looked toward the head of the table.
ザワッチ、ちょっとあっち見てみなさい。指ささない。
She looked a little downcast as I lightly slapped her hand.
それはともかく先生たちの方。
I looked over there. Aoi Sensei was recommending drinks to Monk Yukai.
鈴木さん、どうぞどうぞ。
いやありがたい。若い娘さんに酌をしてもらうのなぞ久方ぶりじゃ。
Sensei had a brown bottle filled with yellow liquid smelling of oats. The monk's glass overflowed with bubbles. My grandpa favored Japanese sake, but I didn't need to see the label to confirm what liquid was in the bottle.
どれ、花子さんにもお返しを。
これはごちそうさまです。
お嬢様、いいんですか？
Probably not, but, well, we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it.
いいも何も、これは阿波般若じゃよ。
I wouldn't know.
日本仏教きっての聖地、かの高野山の宿坊でも問題なくあがなうことができる。血の巡りを良くし、浮世の憂さを晴らす。悟りに近づく薬じゃよ。
Drink any kind of alcohol, then I'm sure it'd be very easy indeed to forget the world's troubles. Along with probably everything else that night, for that matter. Like in a TV commercial, he downed his glass and in a grand gesture, wiped his beard with the back of his hand.
まあ、ようやく口に逃がしじゃな。
How unfortunate that that's such a true statement.
本当、ちょっと苦味が強いですね。
お嫌いですかな？
いえいえ、苦いのもこれはこれで。
まこと大人の味ですな。
子供には毒ですから。さ、鈴木さんももう一杯。
おっとっと、こりゃすまんわい。
Pouring drinks for each other, the two adults set a good pace.
まあ、阿波般若とか言ってますし、青年の飲酒に関しては了見の狭いこと言いませんけど。
未成年には見えんかの。
当たり前のように厳しいです。
それは
Whoops. As we were talking to the monk, Momoko drew closer to Yasumi.
和尚さんがお酒を飲んでる時点でゼンデルだし精進料理の方がいいかななんてアマちゃんな配慮は無駄以外の何者でもなかったのだよ。
Well, you're not really wrong, though, I gotta say. I can't really disagree now.
さあさあさあ、理解したなら観念して、私に動物性タンパク質をば。
Well, if you don't mind resorting to cannibalism, there's human protein all around you right now.
はいはい、そこまで。
Humans are technically a type of animal. Momoko was giving her opinion to Yasumi and was almost head-to-head with her. I stuck my hand between and pushed them apart.
文句言う人は食べなくていいから。
そんなゴム体だ。
Momoko sighed, raised her chopsticks and ate without pause. She was a clever person.
ザワッチがこんなに凝り性だとは思わなかったんですよ。
You learn something new every day, Momoko.
合宿先が禅寺じゃなかったらね。ヤスミ、サラダのおかわりってまだある？
ありますよ。
With the acidic dressing and red-white color of daikon and carrots, the salad was a good side dish to the curry.
ちょっとさ先輩、なんでこんなに遠い禅寺まで来て合宿なんです？
私に聞かれてもね。おさ、あんた部長でしょ。夏休み前までは肩書きのない部員だったもの。
At times, I had to do some tasks for the club council and meet with other clubs, but I was still just a normal member.
今年も合宿するとは聞いてたんだけど、よもやこんな遠出をするとは。
By the time I was captain, the time and place had already been decided and approved.
去年は学校の体育館で寝てたわよ。
妖精の先輩なんて頻繁に部屋に戻ってましたよね。
極端から極端に走ったわよね。
We went from being a step away to going so far south we even crossed a strait.
温泉が決め手でしょうか。
まさか。
鬼退治の憲法を習いに来たとか。
Oni extermination sword skills, huh? Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna definitely need those skills sometime soon, aren't we? Well, with that intro kind of revealing that we probably gotta deal with Oni sooner or later.
鬼退治の憲法？
知らない？この辺に伝わる鬼退治の昔話。
というと、先生がバスで話してくれたあれですか？
I would assume yes, that's indeed what she was talking about.
あれじゃない？
あれでしょうか。あれですね。
あれあれ言われても私にはさっぱりなんだけど、多分それのことね。
Well, I would like it if you could just confirm that for sure, so there's no room for misinterpretations here.
その鬼退治の憲法が海を挟んだ鬼ヶ島、浦島に代々伝わってるって話。その話って眉唾っぽくない？
As I explained to Momoko on the bus, the story omitted many details.
確かにその起源的には眉唾なんじゃが、江戸時代より前から伝わるめっぽう強い憲法があるのもまた事実。
The monk who was from the area continued the story begun by Migawa, an outsider. In a serious Seigun stance, he said,
その名を根方九郎流と申す。
Nakata Koru Ryu, huh?
なんだか苦労しそうな名前ですね。
これこれ、九郎様というのは鬼退治の昔話で、鬼王の妖力を封じ込めた龍神様の名前ですぞ。
Legendary skills like Kashima's Shinto Ryu or other mysterious sword arts often use the names of gods.
根方宗次さんという方が現在の宗家でな。この御人がまためっぽう強い。
どれぐらい強いんですか？
根方さんは九郎様の妻子でもあり、島からは一歩も出ませんから、わかりやすい比較対象があまりないのですが。 お嬢さん方は葵さん、そこの花子さんのお父さんがどの程度強いかは知っておられるかな？
角兵衛師匠ですか？師匠は素人目にもめちゃくちゃお強いですが。
Aoi Sensei was a Kendo novice, but her father, Aoi Kubaki Sensei, was world class and taught at the police academy. Because it was Senpai's father, in spring, he sometimes came to practice with us. I felt his skills firsthand.
わしも若い自分には竹刀を取ってはそこそこ鳴らし、古流を習っては褒めそやされた、それなりに知られた剣士だったのじゃが。
お嬢さんは比較対象ありますか？
葵さんとの試合の結果は勝ち星負け星ほぼ五分五分、いわゆるライバル関係でしたな。
王将さん、見かけ通りに強い人。
Honestly, I can believe it. Just
角
look
兵
at the
衛先
guy.
生と互角でしたら全国クラスの実力者ということですよね。
まあ、若い自分の話じゃよ。
The monk put his arms in his sleeves. His specialty.
当時はわしも剣の道に燃える血気盛んな若者じゃったから、強い強いと噂に聞く根方さんともし合ったことがある。というか一向に試合を申し受けてくれんので、問答無用で打ちかかったことがある。
And he promptly handed your ass back to you, right?
っていうか、和尚ってお坊さんですよね。
当時はヒゲの代わりに髪が生えておったわい。
No, your hair just simply moved locations on your head. It's still there. He laughed while rubbing his bald, shiny head. It is a shiny head, though, isn't it? You could use that as a freaking signal to reflect sunlight.
うわ
If you ever need an SOS, grab this man's head. He was rather rash.
それで勝負の結果は？
あっさり負けましたな。
Yeah, I knew it.
それからしばらく何度かそういうことを繰り返しておるとですな。これはもう出家するしかないと。
それほどのものでしたらぜひ見てみたいものですね。
それは難しいかもしれん。あと数日で九郎様の祭りがありますのでな。
お祭り行きたい、行きましょ
Well, a festival, huh? I wonder if there'll be any fried octopus there. We weren't here to sightsee, and it'd be hard to cross the sea to go to the festival. Well, you know what they say. Sometimes the best things in life are the ones that are hardest to get.
残念ながら
So if you have to,
祭り
swim!
の前後数日は決済と称して船も港にこもっておる。島へ渡る交通手段がありませんな。
You can swim. Just think of that as part of training. Whoops, I forgot to read that. Okay, since circumstances prevented it, it should be easy to give up. Even Momoko wouldn't say we should go before boats stopped crossing. And also,
島に渡ったところで島の人間以外には、島の人間でも関係するのはごく少人数に限られている被災中の被災らしくての。
doesn't sound very secret to me.
祭りの当日、島民はほぼ全員家の中にしっかりこもって一切外には出ないらしい。
Interesting.
何その美味しすぎる設定。
The overt reaction came not from Momoko, but from Sensei.
鈴木さん、そういうネタはもっと早く教えてくださいよ。学生の頃にその情報をもらってればそれでレポート書いたのに。
ははは、すまんの。とはいえ知っておっても 秘密の祭りじゃからレポートのネタにはならなんだな。余震ばこっそり忍び込みあれこれ見聞きできたとしよう。
はい。
花子さん、お主がそれを胸の内に秘めている間はよい。しかしじゃ、その研究をまとめて発表などしてみ。発表というからにはどこの誰がそれを調べたのかも明らかになるわけじゃろ。
I guess it would. His voice lowered a bit.
お前さん、命はないぞ。
Well, then your secret would be safe with me then if I ever learned it.
今となってはさすがに冗談だとは思うがの。
I don't think we should. I'm going to treat it as though it was a very, very, very serious remark. I mean, the music stopped, so how else am I supposed to take it? After dinner was a bath. It was a nice bath, but since everyone was waiting, you couldn't take too long. And though it was time to sleep, young people didn't want to sleep yet. Be responsible, kids. Otherwise, you're going to be like zombies tomorrow. They ate snacks or amused themselves by chatting or sent emails to their friends or even went out for a stroll.
にしても暇ね。
Of course, I can also keep choosing to do nothing. It's fine to do that once in a while. It's a good thing that I didn't bring anything to camp.
大貧民でもやりますか？
Very rich man, very poor man card game? So, what's the objective of the game exactly? I go from rag to riches by stealing from the rich?
修学旅行じゃないんだから。
This isn't a field trip.
似たようなものですよ。
It resembles one. Or, maybe, I go from rags to riches and I compete with the other rich men for dominance.
まあ、確かにね。
We weren't training heavily, and we were in a faraway place, so it was more like a field trip than training camp. We were supposed to work on relationships with each other, so going along with Momoko was not a bad idea.
ももこちゃんのところでは大富豪ではないのですね。
Appearance is gonna be deceiving.
私も混ぜてくれる？
You definitely aren't the rich one.
いいですよ。
Well, I guess it was okay for Migawa to join, even if she wasn't a team member. For a while, we enjoyed just playing the game.
姫先輩のところではそっちなんですか？
It's not just the rules. It's not in the rules, but trying to guess what cards another person has was a little exciting. So it's like Go Fish? It brought alternately joy and sorrow. Would you guess right, or would the other person? I, who had bad luck, would lose to anyone, though. Well, that sucks for you, I guess. At first, everyone had fun winning and losing, but humans get used to stimulation. The head and hands get used to the motion. Playing cards to the same people eventually becomes boring. It might be a disadvantage that not even a piece of candy is at stake. If losing didn't cost anything, then winning also didn't feel exciting.
そういえばさ。
Because we were sitting in a circle, it was natural to start a conversation.
お風呂といえばみんな知ってる？
The hot springs, yeah?
何を？修行中のお坊さんって祝日とか言ってさ、4と9のつく日にしかお風呂に入らないらしいのよね。
And why is that? As a way of starting conversation in the middle of passing out cards, it served its purpose.
それ本当の話？マジでマジで。
Okay, let's say that's actually true. I want to know why it's true. Why those particular numbers? This was different from a short seclusion in the mountains. It was humid Japan. This was humid Japan, not the desert, plateaus, or the cold north. What would result from taking a bath every 5 days?
夏とかの汗をかく時期は辛そうですよね。
Sweating in general is kind of uncomfortable.
でもその分水繰りしたり滝に打たれたりはするんでしょ？
この辺りだと海だとか冬とかの水が冷たい時期は辛そうですよね。
You think?
まさかお嬢さん。
大丈夫大丈夫。あの人は温泉引いちゃうぐらい風呂好きだし。
Migawa laughed at Momoko, who had quickly backed away. She had an easygoing personality.
だいたいアワハンニャとか言ってビール飲んだりする人たちが額面通りに決まりを守ってお風呂に入らないわけないじゃない。
やれやれ、安心しましたよ。
Doubts about the monk were cleared.
ところでオサ、何？正常って強いの？弱いの？
Migawa asked that question.
なんで？オサは結構強い。姫さんもそれなりに強そうな感じで、ヤスミは問題外。
Poor Yasumi.
私としたことがモモチばかりは読めないのよね。強そうでもあり、弱そうでもあり。
Migawa was pretty sharp to see glimpses of that from the game. Momoko's strengths and weaknesses were unbalanced, so you could say she was neither. And also,
ふふふ。私は市内握ってまだ半年経ってませんよ。
she was still a novice and the skills weren't ingrained yet. But she had drive, was athletic, and sharp, so she was able to sometimes score a point on me or other regular members.
高校デビュー？なんでまた急に剣道に興味示したわけ？いや、
単にザワッチの付き合いで入っただけでして。
入りたい部とかなかったの？
あったんですけど、ありませんでした。
どっちよ。
うちの学校軽音部とかなかったんですよ。こう歪ませまくったギターとかをキュンキュンに引き倒せるようになりたかったんですが。
Honestly, I actually can't picture you in a rock band. You definitely would have the energy for it.
ギター買って部屋で弾けばいいじゃない。
The neighbors would complain, right?
アンプにつないで地獄よりもうるさくやるには物質とかのまともな設備が必要ですよ。あと仲間がいないとバンド組むのも無理ですよ。
Wait a couple decades and then what would then be modern technology could make solo acts a lot easier. Remembering something, she dropped her shoulders with a sigh.
軽音部あっても音楽性が一致する仲間は見つからなかったかもしれません。
Few people seem to like the same music as Momoko. There's not a lot of people that like rock music. Wait, well, around her? I feel bad for you now.
で、モモチーを引き入れたヤスミンはなんで？
別に私は中学の頃は家の都合で部活に入れなかったから部活に入りたいと思ってましたし、それが剣道部だったのは。
As Yasumi stuttered, Momoko continued for her.
ウサ先輩と姫先輩のオリエンテーションでのデモがかっこよかったからだよね。
It seemed to be true, since Yasumi didn't object and dropped her head, looking embarrassed. The sword battle the former captain made Aoi Shiro and me perform did make an effect. I deposed the idea since Kendo wasn't for display, And a staged battle wasn't a proper introduction to the sport, But then again, we got hard to find a manager, and the next ace, so I couldn't say the former captain's methods were wrong. Akiko-san liked swordplay, so that's why I had the chance to learn Kendo from her brother, Toyoji-san. That was the reason her daughter Natsu, Ni-san, started Kendo. It was the same for me, too. I suddenly woke up in the middle of the night. Maybe because the ceiling was high. It wasn't as stuffy as I thought it'd be. Let me guess where this is going to go. We're going to go out for a stroll, probably go to a nearby beach somewhere, and find someone washed ashore. Right? I'm just guessing because I believe that's what was mentioned in the basic story summary. Maybe because the ceiling was high, it wasn't as stuffy as I thought it'd be. So it wasn't that it was uncomfortable to sleep. Was it the sound of the ocean? Everyone was asleep, so the background sound of the ocean was terribly loud. The rising waves. The falling waves. They piled on top of each other like the sound of someone breathing, or a heartbeat, and I remembered an alluring presence. It was definitely not an unpleasant sound, but I was somehow worked up about it. Now that I'm awake, it's no use. If I close my eyes, I'll keep hearing the waves. Mysteriously, I felt as though the sound of the waves beckoned to me. Yep, this is definitely the setup for this sort of thing, isn't it? The never-ending sound kept calling me.
まさかね。
I stopped trying to sleep. I could go to the beach to calm down my racing pulse and also make sure nothing was calling me. Compared to where I lived, the lack of lights in the countryside made the sky seem darker. But because of that, the stars shone more brightly. A small part of the countless ripples moving across the water's surface was reflected by the large moon. The white expanse of sand reflected the light, causing it to softly glow. Or maybe the shadows of the summer tsubaki along the steps made it seem that way. The feeling of stepping on sand was different from that of the concrete steps. Grains of sand crunched beneath my feet. Because of my thick soles, I couldn't directly feel the sand, but the feeling transmitted up to me told me the ocean was close. It's been a while since I've been to the ocean. I gave a big, big stretch. The wide sky felt good. The sky at home felt comparatively small. 10-floor apartments were common. There were at least 2 to 3 floors. Single houses were rare. There wasn't much of a gap between the many buildings. If I looked up, my line of sight would definitely be drawn to something. For example, there are power lines running everywhere dividing up the sky. Looking up at those made the sky look cramped. Here, the view from the sky to the sea was different. Unlike space, there was the island's shadow and such. Excluding those, then there were only the water's surface. The black shadow rising from up the blue-white water's surface was...
あれが浦島。昔話の鬼ヶ島。
In a few days after the festival, we might see the lights of some ships. not just a black shadow. Around the time of the festival for Kurosama, the dragon god, Yujin, there remains the custom not to let ships sail.
鬼の怨念で海が荒れるって言うけど、
It's said that in the summer, near the time of festival, the seas will definitely become rough, but
至って普通の島みたいだし、波も静かなものじゃない。
like I said earlier, looks can be deceiving. A cool wind softly blew, and low waves gently washed the shoreline. It was a perfect place for taking a walk at night in summer.
私が独り占めするには少しもったいない景色かな。あれ、
I didn't know whether to feel glad or not that I wasn't the only one here. It's difficult to see in the dark and with the island's shadow, but I recognized that slim back. I suddenly wanted to play a prank. I filled my lungs with big breath, and I tightened up my stomach and back muscles and released it all at once.
こら、休み！
Her slack shoulders made an amusingly big jump. Don't give her a heart attack, man. She looked almost like she would lose her balance and almost fell, but righted herself in time. She patted her heart as she walked up to me.
まったく、こんな時間に何やってるの？
翔子先輩！
転ばなくてよかったわね。
I'm also glad you didn't have a heart attack.
もうびっくりさせないでください。
こんなところにいるとは思わなかったから。
I held up one hand as a sign of apology.
翔子先輩も寝つけないんですか？
そんなところかな。あなた体力ないんだから早く寝ないと明日の朝とか辛いわよ。
なんだか落ち着かなくて。
Was the ocean calling you too?
わかるけどね。
I looked in the direction of the ocean.
ひっきりなしの波の音とか呼んでるみたいに聞こえたり。
Closing my eyes, I could hear them clearly. Opening up my arms, I could feel the air from the sea in my entire body.
なんだか怖いです。
怖い？
その呼び声に応えたら二度と戻ってこれなさそうで。
まさか。
だけど海は人を連れて行くから。
休み。
だって翔子先輩。
Maybe something surprised her since she suddenly stopped speaking.
先輩、あれ？
What's up? Urged by her voice, I looked towards the ocean, where Yasumi was looking. I searched for anything that stood out in the nighttime scenery. Try looking for someone washed ashore. My eyes fixed on one spot in the waves. Among the blue waves and white spray along the water's edge, something white had drifted ashore. Lighted by the blue-white moon, I could vaguely see something which seemed whiter than the sand. That was... Yep. Called it. It looked like a person. But there was something unreal about it, so I couldn't declare it was a person. The sound of the waves faded away. Though they had bothered me so much before, it was as if their job was done, and the sounds vanished. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. in order to confirm that it was all my 5 senses, but sight dulled, and I could only blankly stare. That doll-like person compelled me to look, and I could only blink once. In my eyes, in my mind, into my heart, the image was burned. Four graceful limbs stretched out from the tasseled kimono, as if decorating it. The wrist looked so delicate it would break. Her pale, bloodless skin had a faint blue-white glow, like a pearl polished by the blue-white waves. The end of the soaked kimono was like a fish's tail, and gently swaying. Maybe you should save the gazing for later and get her out of the water and make sure she's okay. Is she a mermaid or a doll? The waves flowed back and forth. In a soundless world, the waves stirred. Her hair was like a pillow of waves, which the sea caused to sway. Only her hair moved. I didn't see any movement in her limbs or her slightly opened lips. Her eyelids had dense, long lashes, which blocked the moonlight from what I could tell were large eyes. Neither the eyes nor eyebrows of the sleeping girl's face showed any sign of anguish, but the scene was too prepared to look unreal, and looked unreal. I didn't know whether I was transfixed for just a moment or a long time by what seemed like an illusion.
Tsunami.
Those dull eyes of yours are kind of scaring me a bit, Yasumi. Are you okay? Standing next to me, Yasumi's gasp broke the spell on me. The spell broken, I quickly returned to the real world and my normal thinking. There was an unconscious girl in the ocean. I didn't think about why she was there. The important thing was to provide aid. It wasn't a time to space out. You think? Let's get to her. I ran toward the girl as if shot. Sometimes a doll would wash ashore and cause a sensation, but this was surely not the case here. Even from far away, the detailed form didn't look human. So I thought it was a doll, but that made a contradiction. The feel of the sand beneath me gradually became harder as I reached sand that had been moistened by water. Big splash. A big spray of water. I didn't have time to worry about my shoes, which would soon fill with water. Kicking up water, I kneeled next to the girl and lifted her soaked body halfway out of the water.
Yasumi?
Seriously, what was with that spaced out look of yours? Should I be concerned? My shout caused Yasumi to stop zoning out and blink.
Yasumi, この子は私が運ぶから、急いで戻って先生か和尚に。
知らせていろいろ用意しておきます。
She recovered her normal senses of a manager.
お願い。
行ってきます。
The sand caught Yasumi's heel as she turned and hurriedly ran towards the temple.
ちょっと、あなた大丈夫なの？
Her hair and her thin clothing were filled with water, and when I held her, my t-shirt got soaked. The moonlit ocean looked out of place since it was cold. The girl's body was like water since they were both the same temperature. A living body wasn't like this.
冷たい。
It's cold. When we found her, was she all ready? This wasn't good, but I had to be realistic. It was weird, but I didn't get a creepy feeling like I was holding a dead body. Check for a pulse, then you'll know for sure whether or not she's dead. I calmed down and to confirm my doubts. I tried to see if she was breathing or not. I put my ear next to her mouth. Her lips against my earlobes were cold, but... Yep, she's breathing, so I guess we don't need to check her pulse.
よかった。生きてる。
Goodness. I could confirm that she was lightly breathing.
ねえ、聞こえてる？
As if answering me, she breathed in. This time I could hear her breath without my ear being right next to her. The night air melted into blue. The girl breathed in deeply as if drawing essence from the moon. I could see her lips move and her long eyelashes fluttered. Her stiff movements were like a doll, or like a newly born foal trying to stand for the first time. But even still, slowly, her eyelids fluttered upwards. From beneath apparently heavy eyelashes, her eyelids moved up. From the shadow of her eyes, the color blue, like the water's surface, appeared. They were perfectly clear, like jasper. If she looked at me, I might change my mind to thinking she really was a doll. But what appeared from the blue shadows was deeper than the fog in a dream. Those lapis lazuli eyes drew me in. I swallowed my breath as our eyes met. As if drowsy, she needed time before she could give a response. It was only for a moment, but... I saw an expression. For an instant, she smiled. When her eyes started to close, the binding spell on me vanished. With no chance to respond, she once again fell into an abyss of sleep. But the sleep was clearly different from the previous one.
このお嬢さんは大した運気の持ち主ですな。
I wonder how long it's going to take before someone makes the connection that her white hair seems to be similar to the tale of the princess from that tale, whose hair turned white before dying and I think falling into the ocean. I think she fell in the ocean, if memory serves. And then, just go from there and think, is this the same girl from that legend? The same princess?
確かに。私も休みも出てなかったら、朝まであのまま海の中だったでしょうし。
The beach was along a running path, so she'd probably be seen in the morning. Though it was the middle of summer, to stay soaked all night in the ocean, would she have been okay? I would say probably not. It'd definitely be more taxing than lying on the futon here. And there's a possibility that the waves might have dragged her back into the ocean where she'd disappear.
それが決め手の一点ですな。こうしてこのお嬢さんが保護されたのはいくつもの幸運が折り重なった結果じゃろうが、寛容なのはもう一点。おそらくは 最大限の運をそこで必要としたはずじゃ。
The maximum amount of luck. Maybe it was fate.
最大限の
Monk nodded as he fingered his beard.
この辺りの海はじゃな、泳いだり流されたりするには向いておらんというか。
What would happen if you got dragged in?
それというのもこの近海は地形自体が複雑な上、彼岸海石がゴロゴロしておる。かような場所に潮が流れ込むものじゃから。
早く複雑な潮流がありです。
It seems analogous to the wind swirling around tall buildings. Excluding the part about complicated changes in flow, it might be easiest to imagine it as a hose connected to a pipe. If you squeeze the tip of the hose, the strength of the flow can change greatly.
故にこの辺りに流れ着く恵比寿様は決まってものすごいありさまに化けておられる。
恵比寿様とは商売繁盛の？
確かに漁の途中で拾って帰ると大量になるとか言われてたりするけど、ここで言う恵比寿様は水死体のことなのね。
まあ
何せ船底に穴を開ける凶器のような岩も多い。人の皮膚などざっくり切れるし、強く当たれば目も当てられん。まさに船板一枚下は地獄というわけですな。
怪人様である九郎様への信仰が根強いのもそういう地域性あってのことなのね。
海危ないんですね。
That's why you don't fuck with the ocean, man.
ああ、残念です。
残念って何が？
私、泳ぎにはちょこっとばかり自信あるんですけど、やめた方がいいかもしれません。
I'm sure you'll be fine if we just stick you in a kiddie pool.
せっかく水着も持ってきたのにな。
まあまあまあ、お嬢さん、せいてはことを仕損じる。諦めなければ終わりではない。
お嬢さ
なーに、危険なのは岩場のあたりじゃ。遠浅の砂浜から外れずに足のつく範囲で遊ぶ分にはそうそう危険なことはないじゃろ。
Was the swimsuit ever dead to begin with?
ももちゃん調子いいんだから。
とりあえず岩場の方には近づかぬことですな。ましてや鬼の踏み石などは言わずもがな。
鬼の
Only
踏み
stepping
石？
stones, huh?
そう呼ばれておる場所があるんじゃ。
Maybe I shouldn't go there without prayer beads or something. No, wait, I wouldn't need those.
昔話の将軍がサンバガラスのお供を連れて鬼ヶ島に奇襲を仕掛けたくだりは知っておるかな？
And let me guess, they used these Oni stepping stones to get to where they needed to go, right?
奇襲というからには見つからんように島へ近づく必要があったわけじゃが、
ある時期のある時刻に島との間に秘密の道が現れるのです。
鬼の踏み石こそが昔話の秘密の道というわけじゃな。
Close enough to what I was
踏
guessing,
み
I
石という名
guess.
前から想像できるように、普段は波をかぶっておる岩が大潮の干潮になると顔を見せるようになるんじゃ。
つまり地続きになるわけですか？
わあ、それなら飛び石ぴょんぴょん飛んで島まで渡っていけるわけですか？
いけんことはないが行かぬがよろしい。いやいや、むしろ行ってはいかん。わしがこの名を挙げたのは危険な場所の例としてじゃ。
Who's willing to bet that we're going to have to cross those stones at some point in order to get to some place important for an important event, for an important reason?
それに踏み石渡りは宗教上の都合で禁止されておる、いわゆる禁足地というやつじゃな。
It wasn't the case for Unosaka, but it was a religious precept for Urashima. Besides the Oni stepping stones, it seemed Urashima also had other places where only special people were allowed.
その昔、ダムやら何やらをどかどか作っておった時代のことなんじゃが、そのような場所であれば工事もさほど難しくなかろうと、海を埋め立て道路を渡す計画が持ち上がったことがあるんじゃ。もちろん費用は国持ちでじゃ。
Government-sponsored dam construction really was quite widespread back in the day, wasn't it?
車で行き来できるようになったら島の人も楽ですよね。
The distance to the island was around 5 kilometers. Even with a bike, not a car, it'd be quick to reach the other side. It'd be more convenient than using ferries that only cross over a certain number of times a day.
ところが島の住民は猛反対じゃ。よって話は立ち消えとなり今に至る。
Did they stick sugar cubes in the construction equipment, I wonder?
と話がそれてしもうたが。
He cleared his throat in preparation and said,
この辺りの海は少々荒れてる時に投げ出されたら終わりというぐらい危険なところなんじゃよ。ところがじゃ。
The monk's gaze returned to the sleeping girl.
そのお嬢ちゃんを見てみなされ。なんともまあ綺麗なものじゃろう。
True. From what I could see, her white, smooth skin didn't have a mark on it and continued down to her fingertips.
だとすると
We had to consider the possibility she didn't wash up from the ocean. I hadn't seen footprints in the sand, but even Yasumi, my footprints would have washed away given time. But like the monk said, maybe she was very lucky and had washed up without any injuries. Or maybe she's a princess from ancient legend.
はいはい、そこまで。この子の様子も落ち着いてるし、少し様子を見るってことであなたたちももう寝なさい。
うん、それが良いじゃろ。
We returned to our rooms after their remarks.
おやすみなさい。
はい、おやすみなさい。
Flickering and swaying. It's like I'm looking at an image underneath water. A different world wavers. It causes a distortion far away. At a place like this, no matter how much you concentrate, you wouldn't be able to see clearly. What was that scene? What image is at the bottom? An image from a faraway different world. A piece of a distant memory. A memory lying in the depths of my mind. I couldn't remember even if I tried. It was quietly sleeping deep within me. Get a really loud alarm clock. Maybe that'll help your problem. I'd forgotten I'd forgot, and this past scene might wither along with me at the end of my days. You've forgotten that you forgot, then how are you even having this monologue right now? That was now. It's now. The water which calls me. The castle gate at the water's bottom opens. I was swallowed by the rapids of the past. I was in the middle of a forest. I was in the middle of the forest, chasing after someone I didn't recognize. An unknown place, in an unknown forest, my younger self was led by a small girl. Flowers were blooming in the forest. Red flowers were blooming. 1, 2, 3, many. In the middle of the forest, countless crimson flowers were blooming. To the young me, they were nothing more than pretty red flowers. Looking around the forest, I instantly said, "Wow, pretty," as I looked at them. But to the me that watched the scene, those red flowers were Tsubaki. Those red flowers greatly resembled the summer Tsubaki. Like the character spring contained in the word, those red flowers announced the coming of spring. But the younger me was wearing a thin shirt and shorts. The young girl in front of me was wearing summer, not spring clothes. Looks like Yasumi. Is this a memory? I wonder if it's a memory. Or was it a jumble of various people, places, and seasons from my other memories all mixed up together? The memory turned to bubbles, floated towards the surface, and disappeared. Before I found any answers, the dream was ending. My surroundings crumbled. I was enveloped by the bubbles of my dream, and I floated up towards the surface of the water, towards the bright surface. The moment I broke the surface of the water, the dream turned to bubbles and disappeared. I felt sunlight on my eyelids, waking me from my deep slumber. I woke up. Even without an alarm clock, I wake up at around the same time every day. It's something others praised. No, that just means you got a functioning internal alarm clock. As a precaution, I set the cell phone alarm, but right now, it was well before it would ring. I could sleep for 10 more minutes. I was still sleepy, but since I stopped my yawn and turned off the no longer necessary alarm. Using my stomach muscles and arm to prop myself up, I looked across the room. Looking at the futons, none of them were flat and empty. In other words, I was the first one to wake up. All their sleeping postures were good, and I was reminded that Seiju was full of Oju-sama. Now, I took a deep breath, filling my still hazy head and body with oxygen. I thought of today's schedule. The schedule for the morning was that those appointed to would prepare breakfast, and the rest of us would do a morning run. After that breakfast, a break, and morning practice. But we have to get changed first. Normal teams would wear jerseys, but we were the Kendo team. I left a futon and went to my luggage by the wall and prepared my familiar doogie, protective gear. Because of the excitement left tonight, I was thinking about letting them sleep a little later, but the sun would get higher, heating the earth. Radiant heat would warm the atmosphere, making it too hot to run. Morning is the best time to run in the summer. Sometimes you can't be merciful. We weren't doing rigorous training, so there was plenty of free time in the afternoon. Those who were still sleepy could make up for it at that time. After changing, I checked the time, then opened the screen doors, flooding the room with light. The monk probably rang it. The sound of the bell ringing and my shout reverberated in the room. Perfect timing. At the same time, various cell phone alarms went off. Again, perfect timing. The calm morning ended. People stirred. Rubbing sleepy eyes, people leapt up from their futons.
チース王座先輩おはようございます
Good morning to you too, Momoko. She probably didn't have any relatives with low blood pressure, because she was full of energy already.
おはよう桃子。
ゾチ朝だぞももちゃんもう朝
As expected, unlike Momoko, she was not a morning person. Maybe it was too expected, so it was a bit weird. What was I smiling for? It was hard to stop myself.
おはようございます翔子さん
And good morning to you too, Aoi Shiro.
おはよう。綾代も朝弱かったっけ？
Aoi Shiro didn't force herself to be Genki. Normally she didn't visibly shiver, but... I don't know, Momoko seems naturally Genki to me. This morning I could see it.
そんなことはないと思うんですけど
As if realizing her strange condition, she frowned.
寝起きを言うならザワチも弱くはあっても悪くはないのに
そうなの？
If a roommate who wakes up with her every day is saying that, it must be true.
ザワチ今朝の体調はヒットポイントは緑に戻ってる
大丈夫おはようももちゃん
おは
As if missing the warmth of the bed, she reluctantly dragged herself from her futon.
翔子先輩と綾代先輩もおはようございます
And good morning to you too.
おはようございます。
なんだか体調いまいちみたいね。
Yasumi and Aoi Shiro, but both.
二人揃ってどうしたの？
それが少し体がだるくて
Did you sleep okay last night?
休みも？
大丈夫です
You say that, but are you really? I looked at her to see if she was telling the truth. If I left her alone, she'd push herself too hard, so I'd need to stop her now. Her eyes and mouth told the truth. They were like words, and looking into the depths of her eyes, I could tell she was lying. Yasumi averted her eyes. The color of her face was also.
少し赤いわよ。やっぱり熱とかあるんじゃない？
You're a little flushed. I guess you do have a fever?
ないです大丈夫ですこれぐらいは平熱ですから
そう？
If she herself insists, then there's no helping it. Since she's had a weak body for a long time, she should understand it the best. Since there was nothing else to follow up on, I'd do what I could.
綾代の方はどうなの？まだ寝とく？
さすがに寝つくほど具合が悪いわけじゃないんですけど
けど何か心当たりでもあるわけ？
That's right. If there was a clue, it'd be...
休みは私と夜風に当たってそれで海であの子を見つけてお寺まで走ってもらったから。
Was that the reason for her bad condition? What exactly is your condition? I realize my mistake now causing me to frown. I didn't want to make such a face so early in the morning, but it'd be hard to return and looking normal. At least I covered my face with my palm so no one could see.
ごめんね、休み。動転してた。
I didn't mean to act without thinking. I was too naive. Oji-chan told me that I should look ahead, like planning moves in shogi. Shogi had 40 pieces and 81 squares, so it wasn't easy to predict ahead. And in real life, with limitless possibilities, was a difficult proposition.
何も走らせることはなかったのよ。先生や和尚に連絡するだけなら携帯電話で事足りたのに。
Well, you guys were in a bit of a situation here. I mean, it was kind of an emergency, so it's really don't be so hard on yourself. It's kind of understandable that you wouldn't be very quick to think that right off the
でも
bat.
あの状況なら仕方ないです。気が回らなかったのは私もですし。
She looks like she had something difficult to say, and with my eyes, I urged her to say it.
それにあの時携帯持っていました？
I'd suddenly gotten up and left to breathe in the sea breeze empty-handed. The cell phone which I used instead of an alarm clock was still under my pillow. Well, then it wouldn't have mattered anyway, so really, don't beat yourselves up. Maybe my mind was worse than I had thought it was. I should get a hold of myself first before admonishing the younger students.
まあザワッチの場合いつものことに加えてそんな理由があるわけですが。
Momoko was saying that this was about usual for Yasumi and was nothing to make a fuss about.
それで姫先輩の方はどうしたんです？
それが大変言いにくいことなんですけど。
In a slightly hesitant voice, Aoi Shiro started.
幽霊っていると思います？
Did you see a ghost last night? Is what she said. Well, the atmosphere really got dark.
夕べの騒ぎの後、私はすぐに寝ついてしまい、それからどれぐらい経ってからのことかはわからないんですが、まだ暗いうちだったと思うんですけど、変な感じがして目が覚めたんです。そうしたら体の上に誰かが乗っていたというか。
いたずらの可能性は？
それはないと思います。実際に重さを感じたわけじゃないですし、天井とか透けて見えてた気がしますし。
Well, I'm pretty sure that if we could see this person out, if I could see this person outside of, well, you know, shadow, like, okay, I'll just memorize the silhouette. So next time I see it, I see somebody who has this exact same silhouette, I'll know for sure who it is. Wait a minute. No, I thought I recognized it, but I don't think I do. It's true that if something were transparent, it's not something a normal person could do. And also, I couldn't dismiss that she was just sleeping and imagined it.
それでいつの間にか
It
意
was
識を
yours.
失ってしまって、
Fuck me.
気がついたら朝でした。
I'm not sure when, but I lost consciousness when I realized it. And when I realized it, it was the morning.
休みや桃子は気づかなかったわけ？
Did Yasumi or Momoko notice anything?
あ、はい。私は朝までぐっすりと霊感とか全然ないんですよ。私もです。
私も全然気づかなかったけど。
多分他の人も見てないと思います。
Jeez, what's going on?
綾代が嘘ついてるとは思わないんだけど。
はい、寝ぼけていたという可能性もありますし。
Somehow, I don't think you imagined it. Call it a hunch.
それでどんな幽霊だった？
女の子。
女の子？
ええ、髪の長い女の子でした。
Was it white by chance?
髪の？
And did she also have one eye open?
オサ先輩、オサ先輩。
She tugged on the sleeve of my doogie. Dogi? I have no idea how to pronounce it. The top of the dogi. I'll just go with that. The top of the dogi was like a judo uniform, so you could grab the sleeve.
姫先輩もザッチも髪の毛長いと言えますが。
Momoko looked away from me and towards the next room. There was only one person in this room who would play such a prank. And there was one other person. Even more suspicious than Momoko. She'd happily play a prank, but her hair was short. She could have been wearing a wig for all we know. If you wanted to be meticulous, you could wear a wig and pretend to have long hair, though. Thank you.
髪の長い女の子といえば心当たりありまくりなのですが。
Let me guess, it's the girl we just brought in from the beach? There were girls in the other room with long hair, but Momoko was referring to someone else.
それは夕べの
The girl Yasumi and I found at the beach. Yeah,
でも夕べはちゃんと体があって
But she definitely had a physical body yesterday. Well, maybe she can create projections of herself. I don't know. Maybe she's got magical powers.
朝になって見に行ったら布団に誰かいた痕跡しか残ってなかったとか、そういう話がよくあるじゃないですか。例えば雨の日、墓地でお客を乗せたタクシーでいつの間にかお客さんがいなくなってる話とか。
Well, that's just inconvenient.
シートが濡れてたってやつ
そして今回の場合、布団がぐっしょり濡れていたなら、いたたまれなくなって逃げ出したという可能性も。
But why would the futon be wet, though? It's not like it'd be raining outside, would
わけ
it?
じゃないですけど、夏の階段につきものの幽霊だったりする可能性はありますよ。幽霊？そんな。でも。
But... Well, let's say it was last night's girl that Aoi Shiro might have seen. Would she, if we could end up speaking to her right now, assuming we wouldn't be stopped by Aoi or the monk or whatever, would she even be straightforward and be honest with us about having anything to do with what Aoi Shiro saw? Let's worry about those two for now. After Momoko's words, Yasumi's voice was low and wavered as she spoke. And then maybe for a second, maybe it was due to the light, but Yasumi's face was pale as a ghost.
ちょっと休み本当に体の調子は大丈夫なの？
私は。
Yasumi nodded to show she was all right.
私も実際は少しだるい程度なだけですから、もしかしたら掛け布団が熱くて、それでうなされてみた夢かもしれませんし。
それが幽霊の正体。
だるいのも暑さのせいではないでしょうか。
I don't think that's what this is, though.
夏バテ？
はい。こちらは向こうに比べて暑いですし、暑いと体力の消耗も大きくなりますし。
ですよね。
For some reason, Momoko was nodding.
Huh?
Everyone directed their questioning looks towards Momoko. After confirming that she had everyone's attention, Momoko started to give a speech with grand gestures.
よろしいですか皆さん。精進だかなんだか知りませんが、肉の入ってないカレーで夏を乗り切る体力がつくわけないじゃないですか。
I was wondering what she wanted to say. Jesus, girl.
豚肉にはですね、食欲不振や疲労回復に対する効果だけでなく、ゾチ、何に効くんだっけ？
解熱とか解毒とか？
Really? Is it?
それ豚肉はまさに冬将軍ならぬ夏大将との分養戦役におけるパワーバランスを左右するまっこと素晴らしい戦略物資なのですよ。
I don't know. I don't think I ever really needed pork to combat summer.
へえ。
Chicken, though. That could combat anything, I'm sure. She should be admiring Yasumi, a fountain of knowledge instead.
桃子ちゃんのお家はポークカレーなんですか？
当たり前じゃないですか。
当たり前ってビーフカレーは邪道だとでも言うつもり？
Isn't chicken curry a thing?
私も牛肉の方が定番だと思うな。
そうなの？ザワッチ。
市販のレトルト食品なんかは大抵ビーフカレーだし。
ち甘いよ。甘すぎるよ。お子様カレーもびっくりの甘さだよ、相沢やすみくん。
You call her naive, but you didn't even know what else pork was cooked for before you ended up having to ask her. So... Momoko stuck out her pointer finger and waved it back and forth.
カレー発祥の地はインド。されどインドでは牛肉はタブー。It's beef タブー。
Beef is taboo in India?
インドの白はビーフ 0%。
Haku, Haken Beef Burger, was a foreign fast food franchise with stores countrywide. Like their theme song saying they were everywhere, there was one near the station near school, and it seems also in India. So if a signboard saying beef, in this case, would it be making an exaggerated claim? No. Haku isn't directly related to curry.
とにかくですよ。肉の良さをそれだけ知っているザワッチが肉抜きカレーを作って夏バテするなんて自業自得の極みもいいところではないですかね。
Sure, let's go with that.
というわけでザワッチ、本日からのメニューには肉を入れるのじゃ。入れるのじゃ。
Again, Momoko, if you don't mind cannibalism, there is a very quick and easy to get source of protein all around you. Good luck getting it though, because I'm sure no one would want to give you their meat.
だけど郷に入っては郷に従えって。
アワハンニャ大好きな和尚さんの郷についていったら、あたしら全員退学者なんですけど。
And honestly, I don't think you'd be able to. You'd have the strength to take it anyway, even if you tried. So honestly, just eat the tofu.
それに和尚さん、お肉オッケーらしいですよ。そうにあらず、俗にあらずって。
それ浄土真宗でしょ。
私が言ったのではありません。
We got off topic because of Momoko, but if she can go on about such things, she can't be in that bad shape.
綾代、何ですか？
一応用心して綾代はランニング休みなさい。
大丈夫ですよ。
いいから休みなさい。途中で倒れられたらことだし。休みの方も本調子じゃなさそうだから、朝の支度を全部任せるのは大変だと思うし。
はい、そうですね。そうします。
じゃあそっちの方は副部長に全権委任しとくから。
全権委任ですか？私
作りに入ったらやすみちゃんの指示に従うだけなんですけど。
Then just follow them to the letter.
なんか千人軍曹と新米士官って感じですよね。
そこに桃子が入ったら
玉よけ要員三等兵。
一応役立つ戦力なんだ。
もちろんですよね、ザワッチ。ちょっとザワッチ、なんとか言ったらどうなんですか。
Something. Yasumi kept avoiding Momoko's gaze.
ももちゃんがいると残り物とか出なくなるから片付けとか楽ですし、何よりもったいなくないのがいいですよね。
She said.
やっぱり食べる専門なんだ。
Well, hey, at least your specialty is useful for something. In this case, helping with cleaning. She doesn't seem to be useful in the kitchen at all. Well, she can always learn.
正常ファイトファイトファイト
We ran along the beach, shouting at appropriate intervals to raise our spirits. I was thinking of doing something more Kendo-like, such as running silently, but there were many opinions about what to do, so... I don't dislike this way of running, which is similar to how we run in gym class. At least they should be grateful I don't make them sing while running like the former captain did. Make them sing! Make it kumbaya. It's true that singing while running unexpectedly trains the lungs and stomach muscles, but... Oh... I never knew that. That's actually kind of smart. It's really a mess if you get tired of a song and want to change it. Nobody... Yeah, that's the thing. You just got... Forget it.
前に漫画で読んだんですけどね。
Which one?
海の砂浜をダッシュするのは下半身のトレーニングとしてとてもいいらしいんですよ。
Well, I would assume so, because you're moving your legs.
舗装道路と違って硬くないから膝への負担も軽いらしいです。
It's true that it's hard to extract your foot from the packed sand, but in exchange, the impact is lessened.
にしても長先輩、タフですね。
Momoko looked behind her at the others.
昔から体力には自信あるっていうか、息はかなり持つ方なのよね。
How long can you hold your breath underwater? Holding my breath and waiting for the exchange, letting the opponent raise their weapon first, and in that instant, scoring a point. It was one of my winning patterns, holding my breath for a long time.
そういう桃子こそ大したものだわ。
体育だけは大変よくできました以外を取ったことがないのですよ。
Well, congratulations! At least you're good for something besides eating.
さすが。
We were talking about raw ability. She might have the most in the team. But she's got to refine that ability. Then she'd be useful. Though she was a novice and debuted... I was not done reading that. Though she was a novice and debuted in high school, she soon became expected to be the next ace, and all the sports teams beside volleyball were interested in her.
父ちゃんも母ちゃんもそれほど体力ある方じゃないんですけど、覚醒遺伝ですかね。背丈の方は遺伝してくれませんでしたけど。
Well, at least, well, look at it this way. You may not have inherited much height, but if you channeled that raw power of yours, you could be a really deadly and efficient bundle of tiny rage. I got some of my words backwards, but whatever. Point is, a pint-sized powerhouse you would be. skipping a generation? I didn't resemble my mother or father. Then, are you adopted? My indifferent manner might have come from grandfather, skipping a generation.
さて
No. Yeah, that's kind of odd to me that you don't resemble either of your biological parents. It was about time. I checked the time on Yasumi's beloved stopwatch that I borrowed. Since this wasn't our normal area, I didn't know the exact distance, but I could calculate an approximate one using our running pace and the time. Well, it was about time to turn back.
全員止まって
Whether it was because of the warmth, the reflection of the sand, or just because we were running. When we stopped and the wind against us stopped, I started sweating like a dam burst.
さて
ずいぶん遠くに来てしまいましたね。
遠くって5キロぐらいよ。
あ、5キロは多いでしょう。普段そんなに走らないですよ。
他に大した練習する予定ないじゃない。
Training the legs and waist was basic training, and there was no class afterwards either.
気分とか悪い人いる？
I heard complaints of being tired and panting, but no one seemed in an especially bad condition.
じゃあここからは各自のペースで。
迷子にはなりようのない場所ですしね。
It really is a nice day on the beach, though. I wouldn't mind going for a jog around there myself, if I could. After going up the long stairs to the courtyard, the morning run was over. I left everyone to decide how to cool down, and we disbanded.
やっぱり翔子さんと桃子ちゃんが先頭でしたね。
As it
翔子先輩、タオルです。
ありがとう。
桃ちゃんもお帰りなさい。うい。
After taking the towel from Yasumi and wiping away the sweat, she lifted her face as if she forgot to ask an important thing.
ザワッチ、ご飯はできましたか？
I guess that is important, all things considered. She sidled up next to Yasumi.
ちゃんとできてるよ。綾代先輩が手伝ってくれたから思ったより早く終わっちゃって。
Really though, Momoko has the best cheeky grin, I swear to God.
じゃあ全員戻ってきたらすぐ朝食ね。
オサ先輩、ご飯も到着ちゃんってわけには。
行くわけないでしょ。
It's okay, you'll eventually get to stuff your gullet soon enough. Momoko was silent. The one who protested was her stomach.
よし、ちょっと最後尾まで行ってお尻引っ叩いてきます。
Yeah, don't rush people, that's rude. She turned around, went past the courtyard and gate, disappearing down the stairs.
まったく。
桃ちゃんは元気だな。
そうね。それで2人とも体調の方はどう？
はい、もうすっかり良くなりました。私も食事の後の練習には参加できそうです。
Her smiling face didn't show any traces of what her face looked like this morning.
無理はしないでよ。
はい。
If these two were okay,
それであの子の方は？
I guess it is about time we go check on her. I didn't know her name nor origin, so I could only refer to the one that washed up on the beach at night as that girl.
まだ目を覚ましません。
Still, huh?
和尚様が方々に問い合わせてくださったんですけど、この近辺で船が転覆したとか、子供が帰ってこないとかいう届けはどこにも出されていないそうです。
この近辺ってあの島も？
Separated by the sea, you could see Urashima. I estimated it was at most 10 kilometers from here, and the closest distance might be half of that. Though it was a dangerous sea filled with reefs, it wasn't an unswimmable distance. Or, like the monk said, if you were lucky, you could drift ashore alive.
こちらにはまだ連絡を取っていないそうなんですが、島の方ならしきたりを破って海に出たりはしないだろうと。
出ようとして出たわけじゃなくて、何かの事故の可能性は？
高波に飲まれたとか？
I nodded in agreement and urged her to continue.
否定できませんけど、さすがにあれだけ目立つ子ですから。
なるほど。
What do you mean possibility? I mean, she does stand out. That white hair, man. You could probably see her from miles away. May Island struggled with depopulation. Urashima is no different and shouldn't have a large population. If such a beautiful girl lived there, rumors at least should have reached here.
前例がないわけじゃないそうなんですけど。
前例？
何年ぐらい前のことでしたっけ？
8年です。
そうでした。8年前の九郎様のお祭りの時期に、生きてうなさかの浜辺に流れ着いた女の子がいたそうなんです。
Did she also have white hair?
海は例年通りに荒れていたのに、その子には怪我もほとんどなかったそうで。
Interesting. Just like the girl we just found.
ですけどその代わりに、数日分だか数週間分だかの記憶をなくしていて、どうして自分がそこにいるのかもわからなかったらしいんです。
I wonder if the same will be true of the girl we just rescued. Thump. My heart constricted and froze. Blood which should be circulating through my body passed by my heart and lost its warmth. Even the tips of my fingers cooled. Wait. You did say that your memory around this time was hazy, didn't you? I wonder. Maybe you were that girl 8 years ago? Oh wait, I forgot to read that. The blood which should be circulating through my body passed by my heart and lost its warmth. Even the tips of my fingers cooled. I know this. I know this feeling. This feeling of sinking into cold water. Yeah, I'm leaning... I think there might be some possible credence to my theory here. In the opposite direction is my sinking consciousness. Numerous small bubbles floated up from the water's bottom. Many passed by me, but a number of them hit me and popped. The instant those bubbles disappeared, I saw a scene I didn't recognize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Countless bubbles burst open. My wavering consciousness was dashed by waves, and the bubbles burned a fragment of a vision in my mind. As they linked and added together, I soon had not fragments, but an entire image. That was something I shouldn't know. No, it was sunk in the deep sea of my memory. Something I should know.
Syouko さん?
You just had to interrupt right this second, didn't you? I was clearly on the verge of remembering something important. As if trying to make up for lost time, my frozen heart started pumping. The blood flowed throughout my body, and my stiff face moved. I blinked twice.
ショウコさん、
急に顔色が。
大丈夫。
ですけど、私たちも急に体調が悪くなったりしましたし。
本当に大丈夫だから。
Just what exactly happened to you when you were here as a child? Clearly you were here with Yasumi. And then at some point you found yourself in the ocean? And you've washed ashore, maybe? Again, assuming that's you. But if that actually happened, then I'm pretty sure even if you couldn't remember it, then somebody would have told you about it in passing, and then and by extension you would know about it in passing, right? Unless it happened when there were no adults around. But that still wouldn't explain why no one would tell you about it later on. My still quivering lips somehow managed to form words. Like the saying, sickness starts from the spirit. The reason for my complexion was due to my heart. I took a deep breath. I'm okay. I could do something about this. So, I was fine. I wasn't closed off.
ちょっと家に電話する用事思い出したから、私は先に戻ってるわね。
I wanted to know the answer 1 minute, even 1 second faster. Did Yasumi's eyes just vanish? I quickly returned to my room. After I took off my dougi and changed, I went into the hall with cell phone in hand. I didn't want to take the time to change, but I thought wearing the wet, heavy dougi would recall that hard-to-breathe feeling. Serene blue. Memory in water. The open space and sunlight warming my skin helped relieve that feeling. I knew it would only be temporary, but it helped restore my equilibrium.
こちら幼い。
もしもし、おじいちゃん？
なんだよ、翔子か。
Grandpa, huh? It was a rough, curt voice. My grandpa took a while to get used to the phone and give the impression of being grouchy, which he was. Akiko-san was the type to like people she'd never met, and the two of them balanced each other out, but because my mother didn't resemble my grandma, I might have gotten a thicker portion of my grandpa's blood. Rather than skipping a generation, it might be I just spent too much time with him. If Akiko-san were still alive, if my mother had always stayed at home. Anyway, my grandpa's name was Osanai Jinosuke.
こんな朝っぱらから一体どうした？忘れ物でもしやがったのか？
忘れ物っていうか、物忘れっていうか。
A memory that sank deep in my mind had floated up.
私、昔夏姉さんと二人で旅行に行ったことあったよね。
I strained my ears, but heard only silence. Maybe he'd moved a receiver since he was grumbling that I was annoying.
おじいちゃん？
ちゃんと聞いてる。修法のやつがくたばって、お前がピーピー泣いてた夏のことだよな。
I stuck to my grandma since my parents were always busy with work. I heard the sound of a lighter on the other side of the phone. Grandpa blew out tobacco smoke in a sigh.
へったくそな慰めだよな。くたばったら南の海の常世に行って、そこで幸せに暮らしてるだなんて。 堕落都会じゃあるまいし。お前はお前でガキだから、そのまま鵜呑みにしちまって、そこに行きたいとか言い出しやがって。
Why did I forget that? To help me recover, Natsuni-san forcefully took a long break from work and took me south. Natsuni-san drove around car, and like turtles, we took our time. Passing by notable places, famous dojos, and those not, we leisurely went south to heal my heart. Going as far as we could without taking a boat to help me heal.
夏姉さん。
After that, it was vague. Something was sunk in the vast ocean of memory, but the wavering water's surface was in my way. The depth and cold of the ocean stopped me from passing through. But still, I knew something was on the bottom. It was vague, but I knew something had happened.
まあ帰ってきたのはお前一人だけだったけどな。
旅行先の海難事故で私だけが奇跡的に助かって、夏姉さんが行方不明になって。おじいちゃん、そこがどこだか覚えてる？
そんな大事を忘れるほどボケちゃいねえよ。まあなんだ、因縁ってのはあるもんだよな。ああ、そうだとも。お前たちがその昔言ったのは、
私が夏姉さんに連れられてきたのはうなさか。
Well. Well, how about that? You definitely were here at some point.
まったく。州法のやつも天国だとか宇宙の星とか、行きたくても行けない場所にしといてくれれば、何も面倒はなかったのにな。おい、じゃあ切るぞ。
The call ended, and I was left by myself.
私、本当に来たことあるんだ。
Again, that would seem to be the case. And apparently, so did Yasumi. My gaze traveled down from the mountains, across the surface of the blue sea, to the tip of the Shadows Island. The nostalgic feeling I had when I first got here wasn't deja vu. It was a scene I'd seen 8 years ago.
へえ、なるほどね。
8 years ago, so definitely around the time that this incident with with another girl who washed up happened. So it's gotta be connected. You being here and that incident. Hi. I'm sorry, but were your eyes just... Your eyes looked like for a brief second they had no light reflecting in them at all, and they were kind of scary. Should I, or was that just a trick of the transitioning effect? Hearing a reply when I was talking to myself startled me.
右は
As I thought, she wasn't normal. No matter how I was concentrating, it wasn't normal for her to get this close with me noticing. I wondered if she was the one who came here to learn Onitaji tactics.
何？
What? Seeing her large eyes, this close, startled me. It was said to me too at times, but her eyes were unexpectedly hard. She changed her expression. Smiling, her eyes were hidden. So, were you eavesdropping on my phone call with Grandpa? What did you manage to catch? Her eyes were like a cat that found something interesting.
おさ、朝ごはんの用意できたって。
Smiling with her eyes closed like a cat, she gracefully turned around.
行きましょう。腹が減ってはなんとやらって言うわけだし。
Like a cat, with silent footsteps, she went down the hall and disappeared.
お米、わかめ、大豆、ほうれん草、梅干し。
Eyes shining, Momoko went over to the items on the menu one by one. She went from one end to the other, and once more. And then, like when checking the safety of crossing the road, she looked once more from side to side.
ザワチ。動物性タンパク質はどこですか？
Still no animal protein, huh? Her hungry, predatory stare was like an animal starving for meat as she turned toward a slender, weak prey. Human meat! You have access to it! It's right next to you! I pitied the sacrificial lamb. Pressured by a feverish stare that was almost physical, Yasumi slowly retreated. Momoko sidled up next to Yasumi and closed a distance between them.
夕べ一食は我慢しましょう。肉を消化吸収できない腸など立ってしまう心持ちでできる我慢をいたしましょう。しかしですよ、2食目ですよ。今肉を食わずにいつ肉を食うというのですか？
It'll happen when it happens, so shut up and eat your meal.
そんなこと言われても、お買い物に行かないとお肉とかの材料ないし。
You could also just, hunt. Like in the old days when it came to how we as a species collectively got our meat. Momoko was sitting in the next seat, so Yasumi couldn't run away. She had no choice but to use her verbal skills to escape.
これでは午前の練習用の力が出ませんよ。
Well, then, my only suggestion to you is to conserve your strength between meals. Like, not move around. At all. But for you, I imagine that'd be impossible. So you're kind of screwed either way. Momoko countered with the fact that taking care of the health of the players was one of a manager's duties. If we're only talking about protein, I think the items made from soybeans, miso, cold tofu, and natto are enough. The taste had nothing to do with the nutritional value, but it seems it was important for raising some people's spirits.
ちょうど海が舞台だし、ほうれん草で元気になったりしないかな。
しない。うちの学校セーラー服じゃないし。
It's true that Navy uniforms are fitting for the ocean and sailor uniforms, but I can count the pixels on screen. Where was the connection to spinach?
でもほうれん草ってすごいんだよ。
Popeye? Maybe that's the connection I'm supposed to see here? But spinach is really amazing. It was really nothing but trivial talk. I didn't really understand what they were talking about as they kept going on, but...
Syoukoさん、なんでもない。
In truth, I was a little jealous.
そういえばほうれん草ってお経の名前と似ていますよね。何か関係あるんでしょうか？
南明法蓮華経ですかな。
なんだかありがたい野菜ってことですかね。
If I used to the words of the sutra to write the word spinach, I've never seen it written like that before. Then sesame, goma, which goes with spinach, also sounds like a certain Buddhist rite, goma. So they're also a thankful combo.
地名由来の名前でお経は全然関係ないから。
Once again, you learn something new every day. So, what, is it a place on the map called Spinach? Spinach? Is there a country called Spinach? Oh wait, I forgot to read. Migawa cut in. She used the condensation on the surface of the glass to write on the table at the tip of her finger. She wrote the grass radical on top of the word for wave and angle to form the word for spinach. Spinach seems to have come from a country in Western Asia, Persia, which had the character for wave in it like spinach. Also, the Hail Lotus Sutra could be divided and read to mean something like faith in the superb Lotus Sutra.
なるほど。
There's a phrase I don't remember where I heard it before, but I know I've heard it somewhere. The plant seems to have come from across the sea and into the hands of monks. An inspiring origin.
とはいえ、験担ぎにもならないか。
はて、験担ぎとは何事ですかな？
それがですね。
The monk rubbed his beard. We told him about Aoi Shiro and the possible ghost. We talked about such and such.
ほうほう、髪の長い少女の霊ですか。
Know anything, Mr. Monk? Whether due to his profession or character, he didn't deny it and nodded.
そうそう。水辺の近くは幽霊が出やすいって言われているんですよ。
Most likely because it was her hobby, Aoi Sensei continued from where the monk left off. Sensei wanted to believe in such things, so she wasn't being mean, but... Aoi Shiro's face clouded, and even if it was just a brief respite, I wanted to deny it. If there really were ghosts that attacked people, casually dismissing it would be trouble, so I wasn't sure what to say. In the end, the one who cleared up Aoi Shiro's worries was...
その件に関しては節操に任されよ。
You a ghostbuster, Yukai? The monk said in a dependable voice.
と見栄を切りたいところですが、わしではその役には力不足ですな。
Well, that sucks for you, Aoi Shiro. He's not a ghostbuster.
お恥ずかしながら、長いこと墓に囲まれて暮らしておりながら、幽霊とやらを拝んだことがない。
Well, then maybe alternatively, it could be because the ghosts are scared to be around you. His funny way of speaking said this was not an easy place for ghosts to appear, and seemed to comfort Aoi Shiro.
お嬢さん霊
Easy,
感
but
ゼロ
not
ですか？
impossible.
その可能性もなくはない。
How ironic. A monk with no spiritual sense.
職業柄、普通の仕事についている人が束になってもかなわんほどに、仏さんと対面する機会は多いんじゃがの。
和尚様の供養のおかげで皆さん文字通りに仏様になっているのでは？
ほほほ、副部長さんは嬉しいことを言ってくださるの。
結局幽霊少女の謎は解けずじまいでしたか。今となっては私が寝ぼけていた可能性が一番高いのではないかと。
It may be the most likely explanation, but is it the correct one?
ちょっと待った！
Aoi Shiro had put her hand to her chest in relief, which was broken by Momoko's voice, who said, "Wait."
霊の話をすると霊が寄ってくると言います。そういう努力をして初めて幽霊のせいではないと結論付けるべきではないでしょうか。
You really want to see this ghost, don't you?
でも桃子ちゃん、寝ぼけてみた夢ならあんまり怖くないですし。
When was the last time have you ever had a nightmare in your life, Aya? It's just, I mean, lots of things that can appear in dreams are fucking terrifying.
というわけで、今宵は肝試しなどとしゃれ込んでみてはいかがでしょうか。
Say Bloody Mary in front of a mirror 5 times, or whatever the hell that number is.
肝試し？
話をした後にちょっくらサラの森をお散歩してもらうのです、一人で。
That sounds like it could possibly be a bit dangerous.
夏の合宿の定番とい
Even
え
if
ば
there is no
定
ghosts
番ですよ
involved.
ね。
Well, that was true. At last year's camp, we had to go to a room in the old school building alone. Because of the senpai's traps, it was pretty harsh, but
でも実際に何か出たとしたら。
Aoi Shiro made an objection, and I silently showed I was in agreement with her. As a victim of the ghost, this wasn't just a simple game to her. There was always the possibility of danger. With the addition of a ghost to the normal traps, there was a saying, discretion is the better part of valor. True. But countless things were dangerous, and in the Kendo team, you couldn't stay away from them all. It was a matter of balance, and I was conflicted about whether to accept Momoko's suggestion. As captain, I pondered which recommendation to support. I put the bowl of Mizao's soup to my lips, looked at the ceiling, and...
それではお守りを貸して信ぜよう。
Well, nothing wrong with having a little protective talisman. The monk said that as if it would resolve the matter.
お守りですか？お守りを扱っているのはお寺ではなく神社なのでは？密教系の寺院だと陰陽道が混じってるから護符とかあったりなんかはするけど、
仏教のお守りというと守り本尊とかですか？
さすがに仏像を持ち歩くのはちょっと。数珠とか？
いやいや、そんな霊剣頼みのものなどよりはお嬢さん方も手にして心強いものじゃろうて。
Is it a machine gun? The monk gripped something we couldn't see and held it in an upward stance.
その名を雲打ちと申す。
Spider attack. I don't think I'm gonna like this. He gave a sharp downward slice as he held the sword in a perfect ready stance, aimed at the eye.
お守りって日本刀か何かですか？
In both the East and West, swords were said to hold mysterious powers that could ward off evil. Said to hold a warrior's soul. It's probably why they were used by swordsmiths when purifying themselves by not eating meat. Though not used in daily life anymore, customs remain, such as placing a protective sword near the body at funerals. Most of the time, they were daggers, but this was an old temple, and the monk was an old-school warrior. So it wasn't unusual to have one or two famous swords.
わ、日本刀？
And it had an impressive name, too. Kumouchi.
確かそんな感じの名前のすごい刀があった気がするんだけど。
もしかして雲切りのことですか？
Komokiri, spider cutter.
多分それ。
Sounds like a sword I should have. It's probably that.
でしたら源氏の宝刀です。源氏っていい国作ろう鎌倉幕府の？そうそう、源頼朝とか源義経とか。ってことはざっと800年ぐらい前の。
Really old sword then.
作られたのはもっと古くて平安時代の。
Yasumi seemed proud that she knew that. Though she cocked her head to the side, no other answers came out. She turned her troubled gaze to the knowledgeable sensei. Sensei realized she was being asked for help. Pushing up the bridge of her glasses with her middle finger once, she said in a refined voice.
元家に二振り剣あり。ひげ切り、膝丸と申し蹴り。雲切りではなく？慌てず騒がず最後まで聞く。慌てるなんとかはもらいが少ないんだから。
I just wanted to know the end, but it was also childish of me to try to end the conversation now.
は
I quietly listened.
源頼光って知ってるかしら？あの
Nope.
主天童寺を退治したり、腹心の部下に足柄山の金太郎こと坂田の金時がいたりするすごい英雄なんだけど、その頼光のお父さんの源光仲、忠野まんじゅうとも呼ばれていた彼は、江戸時代のカルタで忠野まんじゅう武士の始まりって歌われたりもした、いわゆる孔子の人なのね。それで光仲さん、天下守るべきもの良き太刀を持たではいかんせんなんて張り切っちゃって、八幡大菩薩の助けを借りて作った最上の刀が
So it was those two swords. Hachiman Daibosatsu was the god of the bow and victory. So had the faith of warriors. It seemed he was deeply connected with the Genji.
それで髭切膝丸は息子の頼光さんに引き継がれ、それぞれ普通じゃないものを切って名前を変えることになるんだけれど、宇治の橋姫の腕を落とした髭切は鬼丸に、4尺ばかりの山雲を切った膝丸は
雲切りに。
Sensei nodded.
言霊を重んじていたせいかしらね。昔の人って何か特別なことがあるたびにコロコロ名前変えたりするのよね。髭切りの方なんか鬼を切っては鬼丸に、獅子にも似た音を出しては獅子の子に、隣にあった自分より長い刀を切り詰めては友切りに。
そんなにたくさん名前があると、どの名前で呼べばいいのかちょっと困ってしまいますね。
Maybe it'd just be easier to call them the swords with a thousand names. Aoi Shiro had been counting on her fingers, but gave up halfway. Sensei indicated she heard and went on.
しかも友切なんて名前は縁起が悪い、最近源氏が負け続けなのは名前のせいだって八幡様に怒られて、最初の髭切りに逆戻りする始末だし。
うわー、なんだかな。
源氏って方言の乱では父為義と嫡子義朝が敵味方に分かれてたり、その後も義経が義仲を討ち取ったり、骨肉の争いが絶えないわけじゃない？
そういえば源頼朝と義経の兄弟も打倒平家の大願を成就させた後に仲違いしてますものね。
仲違いっていうよりは義経が一方的に邪険にされてたって感じだけどね。腰越状とかを引くまでもなく。
Koshigoe letter. Yoshitsune fled to Ushu in the far north, but he still couldn't escape from Yorimoto, eventually committed suicide at Kinugawa.
ちなみに友切でもあった髭切は玄太の産着という鎧と並んで源氏の棟梁の証ですから、当然所有者は頼朝公なわけですけど、弟刀の膝丸は運命的な縁でもって義経さんの愛刀になっていたのよ。
へえ。
クワバラクワバラ、縁起の悪い言霊って怖いですね。
No kidding.
この頃には髭切に戻されてるのにね。
それもまた言霊の仕業やもしれません。悲劇の断りと書いて悲劇りとか。
いや、それはないから。
I stopped that thought and ended the digression.
それで和尚の言うお守りは源氏伝来の宝刀とは何か関係あるんですか？
名前が似ておるだけじゃな。
Just similar names, huh? Well, it's the thought that counts, right? What was the point of that long digression? To teach you shit. That's what the point was, obviously. And I've learned something. That apparently ancient Japan had a very strange fascination with renaming their shit. Perhaps used to nonplus looks. The monk didn't look concerned and continued.
こちらの刀の名前の由来は別の故事から来ておってな。それゆえ雲内は刃を持たぬ木刀なのじゃ。
単なるただの木刀ですか？
Getting whacked on the head with a wooden sword can still hurt.
木刀でよかったわよ。
Momoko was disappointed, but I, on the other hand, was relieved. If it were a real sword, we wouldn't know how to use it if it were handed to us. Just swing! Swing, swing, swing! We were used to swinging wooden swords, so it was a practical, reassuring talisman.
それに単なるただの木刀にあらず、雲内はありがたい霊木でもって作られたありがたい木刀なんじゃよ。
It seemed to be a virtuous sword.
うなさかに伝わる鬼退治の話は花子さんから聞いておろうが、浦島にはその続編とでも言うべき昔話があっての。
Follow-up story, huh?
鬼退治より1500年ほど下った時代の八百万の神々に如来、菩薩、明王、天部といった諸仏が加わった後の世の話なんじゃが、浦島の地に三度災いが訪れた。
Is that prophecy, huh?
海は荒れ、魚は取れず、植物は枯れ、島の民は病に倒れた。それと同じ状況は九郎様への信仰が長らく途絶えていたほんの少し前にも起きたらしいが、今は割愛いたすとしよう。
Sounds kind of similar to what the people on that island had to deal with before they were able to deal with the Oni. Sickness, dying, dead crops, all that stuff.
渦中の浦島に現れたのが安姫様と呼ばれる旅のビクに、九郎様の消息を訪ねてやってきたと伝えられておる。安姫様には大層不思議な力があった。病に倒れる人々を癒して回ったのみならず、災いの元凶が鬼王の怨念が生んだ牛の形に似たる鬼マタムにあると見抜いた安姫様は、この悪鬼を釈伏し、二度と災いが訪れぬよう悪鬼を払い封じる椿の霊木に自らの力を分け与えて島に根付かせたと伝えられておる。花を散らさぬその霊木は矛先の椿と呼ばれておる。
もしかして。
いかにもその霊木でもって作られたのが当時に伝わる雲打ちじゃ。霊剣新たかなのもうなずける話であろう。
So, Oni sword.
なんだかうさんくさいんですけど、その木刀って本当になんとかの椿が材料なんですか？
花を散らさない木というのもお話などではよくありますけど、やっぱり実物があるとは思えませんが。
ならば実物を見てみるのが何よりですな。サラの森の深いところに開けた場所がありましてな、そこに一本だけ赤い花を咲かせる椿が生えておる。わしが見る限りその椿は春のものの狂い咲きなどではなく、春夏秋冬いかなる時も真実枯れずに咲き続けておる。
Interesting.
実在する植物が本当に枯れずにいることができるのでしょうか。
さて、安姫様の力を与えられた分身であるなれば枯れぬのも当然かもしれん。安姫様は一見したところ13、15の乙女でありながら、その実 弱い80を優に数えておったとのこと。
A lot older than she looked then.
年を取らない？
残の肉を食ろうたそうな。
Let me guess. Zan is something that stops aging upon consumption.
残っていうのは人魚のことよ。
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about tales like this. Basically, if you eat mermaid flesh, it makes you immortal.
人魚。
The words made my heart race. A human eating mermaid flesh?
ヤオビクニって聞いたことがないかしら。人魚を食べて不老不死になった。こっちは80歳じゃなくて800歳なんだけど。
I'd heard of that. Yes, this shouldn't be shocking news.
そういえばヤオビクニには玉椿姫なんて別名があって、北へ北へと椿を植えて歩いたって伝説があるわね。
浦島インディーズの安姫様がメジャーで全国デビューして80から800に増えたってとこですか。
It might be the opposite.
にしても800ってすごい長生きですね。
こっちの安姫様は体弱いから80はともかく800歳はちょっと無理ね。何そんな顔してるのよ。体弱くなくってもさすがに800は無理でしょ。
Not unless you eat mermaid flesh.
冗談でしたか。
But seeing Yasumi's surprised look, maybe it was an inappropriate joke. I wanted to apologize, but the words wouldn't come out.
では本日の肝試しはその床先の椿まで行ってくるというコースにしましょう。
Okay.
こら桃子。
I lost a chance to apologize. Well, that was a very interesting little tale. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop things here, and I guess we can continue on with our training throughout the day and whatever is going to follow after that in the next episode. But I'm mostly interested to know what our connection is with this island in particular when we visited 8 years ago. Maybe we'll learn more of that in the next couple episodes. I doubt it, but you never know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of Aoi Shiro. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will see you all next time. Take care.